Today I want to share a story of success. A young man started working with us, and in 12 months he 10x'd his income. The 5 areas that I'm going to share are the 5 areas that he displayed. But I'm also going to share from an employee to employer point of view, what are the 5 areas that you should be looking for in your leadership team to understand if they are the leadership team that will take you in the direction that you need to go, which is financial freedom. Let's get into it. Today is the 1st of November, 2021. It's election day, so we have to choose, as a country, the leadership team that is going to take our economy and our future to the next level. I'm going to ask you and challenge you to vote twice today. I need you to vote for the second time for your personal success and your family's success. A recent study done by Yale University has predicted that in the next 10 years, 40% from all the jobs out there will be lost due to automation and technology. So what are the things that we need to ensure gets done in order for us to retain our job, to retain our financial freedom? Right, I'm going to reveal the 5 areas that you need to focus on as an employer and as an employee. Remember, one of these 5 is the most important out of all of them, but I'm going to be revealing which one at the end of the video. So enjoy it until then. First quality you need is desire. You cannot achieve anything in your life unless you desire it. So that is a fundamental in your growth process. No matter what you do, if you're washing floors or answering phones, you need to have the desire to grow and to improve. One of the qualities that you need to adopt immediately is the desire to want to grow. Second area, character and values. So what does that mean? Some of the qualities that you need to display to your leadership team are honesty, integrity, dependability. Those are very important. A leader needs to see that. He needs to physically see that in you in order for him or her to lock onto you and to want to grow you to the next level of your income. Number 3, enthusiasm. Everything that you need to do needs to be done from a place of enthusiasm. No matter if you have a loss, if you have a win, if you have a fail, if you have a challenge, if you approach every situation with enthusiasm, with enough enthusiasm, it will become contagious and people will see you. Your leadership team will see you and they'll lock onto you and they will want to elevate you to the next level. So enthusiasm is quite important as well. Number 4, you need to be comfortable being held accountable. Now that's a tricky one because a lot of people say, yes, I will do something. But when you're held accountable, have you done it in the right time? Is it the right quality of work? Is it in a set manner that we've prescribed? When people hold you accountable, normally ego comes out and then you want to get defensive and you want to run away from the problem or challenge by saying, no, but it is because of. So you need to become comfortable being held accountable. It's very important. Area number 5 that you should focus on is a strong work ethic. So strong work ethic means coming in, day out, coming in first, going home last, and just repeating it. It's a never-ending process. You can't discount strong work ethic. You need it in order to be seen and in order for you to be elevated to the next income level. Definitely need a strong work ethic. So how does this story tie up into what I'm about to tell you about the employee? Very, very important that you know what the 5 areas are. Now we can start looking into how are those 5 areas important for the young man that just started to see and look for and find in his leadership team, as well as for the leadership team to display the qualities that are required in order for them to lock onto somebody to elevate. So let's get into it. I'm going to use his real name because he's very, very proud of what he's achieved in the last 12 months. His name is Given. The youngster started with us as a car washer. So all you have to do is you have to come in, wet the cars and wipe them dry on the floor. That's your job. Once a day, he would call his manager, the branch manager, and ask him to evaluate his work. How good is he doing it? Is he missing stuff? Is he improving from yesterday? And the manager does and gives him feedback. So So I need you to think about the 5 areas that are at play here, and we'll go through them again. So the manager gives him feedback, gives a couple of suggestions, and keeps on reevaluating him day to day. Every day comes in first, and every day comes in last. In about 3 months, I lock onto this person because the manager said to me, there's a youngster that is so good at washing cars. I need you to meet him and engage with him and tell me if I've locked onto somebody that we can work with. I said, excellent. I meet him, I have a chat with Given, and he really makes a great impression. He has the desire to win. His character and values are very strong because he wants to improve, and he's honest, and he's just a person that he's contagious to me. His enthusiasm is through the roof. Okay? He's comfortable being held accountable. So he's comfortable receiving feedback as to, yes, you've done it great here, but you've missed something here. He's comfortable doing that, and his work ethic is strong. So I say to him, okay, give him another week and come back to me and tell me if his enthusiasm level and his level of his performance is still quite high. A week later, no doubt, comes to me, says, after he spoke to you, it's even higher. I said, okay, great. What positions are we looking to fill that are a pay grade higher than he is at the moment? So a key custodian was offered because the person that was doing that position was promoted to something else. And I said, does he have the goodies to do it? He said, yes, I vouch for him, let's do it. We took Given away from a car washing position into the key custodian position. And as you all can guess, he just outshined in every single aspect there is in that position. But then he went one step further. Every time the key room closed or locked up at 6 o'clock, he came to me or one of the managers and asked, is there anything else that he can do to assist us? I said, yeah, sure. Let me ask around. Okay, next day, I wanted to see if he asks again. And I said, yes, there is something that you can do for us. The workshop, the service department needs help pulling in cars in and out of the workshop at night. Do you have a driver's license? Yes, I do. 100%. So I helped them up with that. About a week and a half later, I found the accountant and I said to her, tell me, how much overtime is Given claiming? He says, no, Given doesn't claim overtime. Really? He doesn't claim overtime? She said, no, Given doesn't claim overtime. Not that I don't want to pay Given overtime. The fact that he does it without expecting a financial reward says a lot about the person's character. And guys, on the video, I'm not saying you should work for free. All I'm saying is his intention was to add value to the company, to add value with something which is probably the most valuable thing that you can give someone. That's your labor. To add value to the company without any expectation of reward. So awesome, great. What other position, this is 3 months after he's been a key custodian, what other position is open for us to fill with Given? Now at this stage, we had a rock star of a salesperson, rock's absolute killer, and he needed somebody to assist him. So he needed a cadet or a semi-assistant. Before we go out there and look for somebody, by the way, this person now is a branch manager. So that's the thing with a company. You constantly need to be elevating the people from the level that they are. That's how you develop leaders and a strong culture. Anyway, back to Given. At that stage, I said to the salesperson, you're a rock star, you're a killer. I don't want to put someone in front of you and say you have to use him. I've got potentially somebody that you could use. I just need you to have a chat with him for 10 minutes. Who is it? It's Given from the key room. He said, I don't even want to talk to him. I want him. He's so enthusiastic. That's the first thing that he said to me. He approaches every single situation in a way that, let's do it, let's get more. Anyway, boom, he becomes the rock star. His name is Eddie. He becomes his assistant. And then 6 months later, which is 2 months from today, 6 months later, that person comes to me and says, I've got good news and bad news. I said, shoot with the bad news. He says, I don't have an assistant anymore. It's not a problem because I've been promoted to branch manager. But the good news is my assistant is going to kick some serious ass in sales. I said, really? Do you think he's ready? He says, I know he's ready. Let's do it. So what happens? 2 months later, he's in the top 3 of sales. The income that he earned at the point when he started 12 months ago is actually not 10x. It's 12, close to 13x in 12 months because he displayed the 5 key fundamentals of growing your income. Now, what you need to focus on, he can display those 5. If the management team don't display them as well and constantly have the desire to grow people, constantly look for those values and principles in people to grow, constantly look for enthusiasm, constantly look for people that are comfortable being held accountable, and constantly look for a strong work ethic, then this relationship never grew to the point where it did. Imagine how much that income has affected his family and his community. Just imagine that for a second, okay? He's got no fancy degree, he's got no correct surname, he's got no referral that came to me and said, listen, you have to because 1, 2, 3. None of that, just those 5 characters. So, the number one quality that you should value in an employee, if you're a leader watching this video, as well as the number one quality you should value in your leadership team, if you're an employee watching this video. In my vision, in my eyes, in my career, and I've built lots of killers. I've built salespeople that smash every single record in the industry. I can't teach enthusiasm. I can't teach you to be enthusiastic. I can take that little flame and pour petrol on it and see what happens. But that little flame needs to exist, and that flame is called enthusiasm. You need to want to grow your income 10, 12, 13, 20x. I can't teach you that. So if you agree with me, 100%, hit the thumbs up button. If you like and you enjoyed this type of video and this type of content, please hit the subscribe button below as well as the bell. And we'll send you all our new episodes via the notifications. Take care, everybody.